Yes, we are back again with evolution. Yeah, বল কিছুক্ষণের জন্য টেকনিক্যাল ইস্যুস হয়ে গেল, চল আবার দেখে নিই। নাও কি হচ্ছে, অস্ট্রেলিয়ান marsupials and placental mammals, they show convergent evolution. Convergent means what? Both of them, see, marsupials and placental, both of them, they are showing what kind of evolution? They are called convergent evolution. And what is the meaning of convergent evolution? They are coming down to the same terms of what? Conditions. Australia, same conditions, different conditions. Come on. Same conditions. Got the point? Okay. Placental mammals in Australia also exhibit adaptive radiation in evolving into varieties of such placental mammals, each of which appears to be similar to a corresponding marsupials. Example, placental wolf and a Tasmanian wolf mammals. See, both of them look all the same. Both of them look, placental wolf and Tasmanian wolf marsupials, both of them look close. See, they have got close similarities. This is normal wolf. This is what? Normal Australian, and this is Tasmanian wolf. See, think about it. One is marsupial and one is placental mammal. But दोनों में क्या है? They have got same type of features. So क्या कहोगे इसको? Diverge या converging? That's it. So what is the meaning of convergent evolution? Somewhere the characteristics that you can see from outside, they are going to have some commonness. They are going to have some commonness. Clear, Baba? Okay. And you can see the same thing, same type. See, bobcat and Tasmanian tiger cat, they look close to same, flying squirrels and flying phalanger. Okay. Now, next is about, yes, the process by which organisms with different evolutionary history evolve similar phenotypic adaptations in response to a common environmental challenge is called convergent evolution. Again, what is convergent evolution? Babu, this is completely NCERT line. The process by which organisms with different evolutionary history evolve similar phenotypic adaptation. What is the meaning of phenotypic adaptations? What is the meaning of phenotype? Morphological adaptations. Morphological adaptations. Fine. In response to a common environmental challenge. What is a common environmental challenge in Australia? It's going to be same or different? Huh? Same. Fine. In response to a common environmental challenge, the type of, though they have got evolutionary history, different evolutionary history, but they're going to have what? Common type of features. And that is called convergent evolution. That is called convergent evolution. Complete line by line question came in as an option in NEET 2013. NEET 2013 was the first NEET. And that was the last West Bengal JEE for medicals. 2013. Clear? Okay.
Yes, one of the 2013.
That was the first NEET. তাই কি ছিল? AIPMT was there. 2012 there was AIPMT, All India Pre-Medical Test. And that was the last year. 2013 was the last year for a state level examination. West Bengal JEE Medical was also there. So that was the last year. In Australia, marsupials and placental mammals have evolved to share many similar characteristics. This type of evolution may be referred to as convergent evolution. 2019 question. Clear? In Australia, marsupials and placental mammals, they have got evolved to share many similar characteristics. Is this clear, Babu? So they have evolved for what? To sustain in which conditions? Same environmental conditions that Australia is going to provide to you. Clear? Chalo, next. Now that was all about the different types of what? The different types of what? Evidences of evolution. Evidences of evolution. Got the idea? So evolution. इतने सारे देख लिए, मतलब evolution हुआ है ना? हाँ? Chalo, very good. So what we are going to study is about theories of evolution. What are the different theories of evolution? Number one, the different theories put forward by some of the scientists. I think you have heard about this person. Full form, full name? Jean Baptiste D. Lamarck. Jean Baptiste D. Lamarck. Fine. Even before Darwin. So whenever we talk about theories, what comes immediately in our mind? মাথায় কি আসে প্রথমে? ডারউইনের কথা মনে আসে। But mind you, Charles Darwin was
father of natural selection.
Father of natural selection. Okay. Origin of life. Origin of life was by Oparin. And Origin of Life by Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin. Origin of Species by Charles Darwin. Even before Darwin, a French naturalist, Lamarck, had said that evolution of life forms had occurred but driven by use and disuse of organs. Use and disuse of organs. Babu, whenever we are going to study about human evolution, tell me which characteristics of human we are going to talk about the most. I'm giving you options. The hair size, cranial capacity, presence of muscular changes, all of the above. Cranial capacity. Right. The cranial capacity which was increasing. Okay, so जो organ जितना ज़्यादा use करेंगे, that is going to go developed, and जो organ use नहीं करेंगे, it's going to get into disuse. This was the use and disuse theory given by Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck. Is this clear? अच्छा. He gave the examples of giraffe, who in an attempt to forage leaves on tall trees, had to adapt by elongation of their necks. Okay. Initially, the giraffe's size or the structure was just like today's dog. And what happened? The type of leaf they used to forage on, those plants suddenly grew taller. What was the reason for that? There was इच्छे ना क्या इसका कारण क्या था? Why those trees were growing taller? The reason was during that period of time, every other plant were fighting for getting what? Sunlight, more light, sunlight. Competition, है ना? So and then that is why क्या हुआ उनमें उस लीफ को खाने के लिए उसका नेक बढ़ना स्टार्ट हो गया. This was a statement given by Lamarck. Giraffes example. As they passed on, this acquired character of elongated neck to succeeding generations, giraffes slowly over the years came to acquire long necks. Nobody believes this conjecture anymore. एक सेकेंड मगू यहाँ पे जिराफ का नेक किसमें हेल्प करता था उसको to thrive, खाने के लिए. Mind you that, huh? खाने के लिए. This same example I gave you about Tungru's mother. Remember a dog who used to feed on the food present inside that particular water body. So that dog used to put his whole snout inside that particular water body to take up what? The food. And normally dog hates water. This kind of change was selected by the nature. So the same thing is said by Lamarck. So this was the Lamarck statement. But do you think?
Sir, I think he exaggerated the things too much.
Too much exaggeration. And mind you, when we talk about Lamarck, when we talk about Darwin, we're going to find that Darwin was very smart. He was appointed by then government, and that's why he was supported by the government. And mind you, he got the information from two of the other scientists. One named Alfred Wallace, and the one is about a person who worked on population theory. Thomas Malthus. The two scientists, they gave, at the same time they were studying on something different. And he got those information from those people and said, I have given this. Got the point? So Darwin, very, very smart. See, Charles Darwin, let's talk about Charles Darwin. Baba, it took clear. So what was the point given by Lamarck? Lamarck ki bole chilo, use and disuse. Lamarck ne kya bola tha? Use and disuse theory. Whichever organ is being used. See, human evolution mein brain capacity बढ़ क्यों रहा था? Human, we are using that part of the body very much. Fine? I'm going to talk about that, human evolution. और वहाँ पे देखोगे आस्ते आस्ते in human evolution, some of our ancestors, they started using tools. Then they started inventing fire. And then some of them, they started having some articulated speech. Some of the human ancestors, prehistoric men, they started having some, they started loving their, family, because in animal kingdom there is a polygamy concept. There was no family orientation, and some of the organisms, they were having that family orientation, and just immediately that we Homo sapiens have been formed, just our ancestor, closest ancestor named Cro-Magnon man, they were having some skills to draw in. They were cave painters. And we will talk about that. So they started utilizing what? Their brain very much. So what had happened during that period of time? The cranial capacity started increasing. Is this clear? Darwinism. Let's talk about Darwinism. Darwinism, based on observations. Mind you, as far as NEET is concerned, Darwin is very important. Yeah? Based on observations made during a sea voyage, 1831 to 1836. Years are important. In a ship called HMS Beagle. What is the name of the ship? Around the world, Charles Darwin concluded that existing living forms share similarities to varying degrees, not only among themselves, but also with life forms. So there were some changes within themselves and also with the different other life forms that existed millions of years ago. Many such life forms do not exist anymore. Okay, done. The fitness. What kind of fitness we are talking about? Reproductive fitness. Mind you, reproductive fitness. Let me give you some examples, some stories about this. Reproductive fitness is a very important term in all animal kingdom, and you are also animal. We are also animal. So mind you, what is the meaning of reproductive fitness? Let me explain. Hey, Dada. Two of the cats. Have you seen them?
Yes.
Two of the cats, they fight always. And hey, Dada. Male cat. In Bangla, Hulo Bidal. And you know what? You've seen them. They're not going to come in. They're not going to start fighting in a very first go. Before that, they are going to help all of you know about that they are about to fight. Are you getting me? They are about to fight. Why? They want your assistance. कि आप पानी लेकर रेडी हो जाओ, हम पे डाल देना, नहीं तो बहुत मार पिटने वाला है. Got the point? Why they are avoiding direct body contact? ये सिर्फ आपको लगता है ये सिर्फ कैट में है? What about dogs? Same way.
Dogs put in it.
No. Wait. And what they show off? The dogs show off their canines. First they are going to bark. They are going to show their real strength in the form of what? Bark. So they will start barking at each other. हाँ? अगर आवाज ज्यादा होगा तो नेक्स्ट वाला जो सोचा था काटूंगा वो क्या सोचेगा? अरे बाबा, गले में इतना आवाज है तो मसल्स में कितना आवाज होगा, जॉ मसल में कितना, है ना, जॉ मसल में कितना पावर होगा. आर यू गेटिंग मी बाबा? लिसन, कम हे बोलो, समझ आ रहा है? व्हाट अबाउट ह्यूमन बीइंग? सेम. आदि तो थॉट ऑफ फाइटिंग विद फाहिम. हाँ, दाड़ा मारवे. Now, both of them, they started using vocabulary, whatever they know about. Why? अरे why to use vocabulary? जाओ ना, मार दो ना. नहीं मारेंगे, चिल्लाएंगे, धमकाएंगे. तू पहले मार. This is what is going to happen. किरे ताई तो तू ही आगे हाथ दिए देखा. हाँ? ऐसा होगा ना? किरे बुझलाओ ना. गुस्सा अच्छीश. Are you getting me? This is going to happen. First. उसके बाद बोलो मारना ही तो मार दो ना. क्यों नहीं मार रहे हैं? क्योंकि वो डॉग या कैट या ह्यूमन बीइंग जानता है मैं एक मारूंगा तो दो पड़ने तो वाला है मेरे ऊपर. और सी वेट. The cat and dog or other animals, why they avoid fighting? क्योंकि जब एक दूसरे को काटेंगे तो what is going to happen to them? They are going to get injured. लिम्प होगा, पैर में दर्द लगेगा, लिम्प होगा तो उसको चूज नहीं करेगा फीमेल काउंटर पार्ट टू मेट. Got the point? This is called reproductive fitness. Now let me talk about that. Yes, The fitness according to Darwin refers ultimately and only to the reproductive fitness. According to Darwin, they said that huge number of organisms are going to produce due to reproductive fitness. है ना? अगर क्रोकोडाइल का बच्चा हर एक अंडा से बच्चा होगा तो आप पानी में उतर नहीं पाओगे. सब जगह मिलेगा क्रोकोडाइल आपको. बट डज इट हैपन लाइक दैट? तो इसका रिपोर्टिव फिटनेस इतना अच्छा है, बट स्टिल नेचर हैज गॉट सम वेज टू किल मेजॉरिटी ऑफ देम. The same thing snakes, the same thing snakes, the same thing birds, the same thing with fishes, है ना? पानी में छलांग लगाया तो आप तैर नहीं पा रहे हो, फिश के बॉडी में लग रहा है. अरे तो आप तो बंगाली हो, खा लोगे इसको. अच्छा छोड़ो. ए बाबा बुझलाम. सो रिपोर्टिव फिटनेस मतलब क्या है? समझ में आ रहा है आकांक्षा? व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ रिपोर्टिव फिटनेस? वन ऑर्गेनिजम्स कैन क्रिएट ह्यूज नंबर ऑफ ऑर्गेनिजम्स. तो अर्थ में और रहने का किसी को जगह नहीं मिलेगा, दूसरे ऑर्गेनिजम्स को जगह नहीं मिलेगा. सो डार्विन टॉक्ड अबाउट रिपोर्टिव फिटनेस. अल्फ्रेड वैलेस, अ नेचुरलिस्ट who worked in Malay archipelago. Babu, very very important. He worked in Malay archipelago, close to Indian Ocean, close to Bay of Bengal, this side. Had also come to similar conclusions around the same time. देखो ये नहीं जानता था, Alfred Wallace never knew Darwin is under the same thought process. Alfred Wallace का अपना एक normally he was into the same thought process of finding something out. So he went to Malay archipelago and with the similar conclusions around the same time. The geological history of Earth closely correlates with the biological history of Earth. The essence of Darwinian theory about evolution is natural selection. Darwin मतलब क्या मन में आता है? Natural selection. What comes immediately in our mind? Darwin's theory means natural selection. Nature is going to select the best. Which best? Which one? रिप्रोडक्टिव फिटनेस. जो ऑर्गेनिज्म में रिप्रोडक्टिव फिटनेस है उसको चूज करेगा वो. हाँ अच्छा. और सडन बाबू ब्रांचिंग डिसेंट. Branching descent and natural selection are the two key concepts of Darwinian theory of evolution. Very very important. One is natural selection and one is branching descent. Hey, what is branching descent? Himanish, what is branching descent? Just now we talked about, remember, this is one of the organism and the organism and the organism and the organism and the organism. This is discarded, this is being held. This is called branching descent. Nature is going to select any other changes which occurs in the organism and सबसे बेस्ट वाला जो चेंज है उसी को वो नेक्स्ट जनरेशन में लाएगा. बोलो समझ में आया कि नहीं आया? दिस इज कॉल्ड ब्रांचिंग डिसेंट. सो टू कॉन्सेप्ट्स. One is natural selection and one is branching descent. Darwinian theory of evolution. It is possible that the work of Thomas Malthus on population influenced Darwin. So बोलो दो साइंटिस्ट के नाम के ऊपर डिपेंड करके डार्विन ने अपना कॉन्सेप्ट दिया. What were those two names? One was Thomas Malthus who worked on population genetics, and the second one Alfred Wallace. He worked on Malay archipelago and during the same time, and उनका जो रिजल्ट है वो अपने बुक में origin of species बुक में उन्होंने डाल दिया. Mutational theory 1901. Mutation, what is the meaning of mutation? Sudden change in the genetic composition is called mutation, है ना? तो वो म्यूटेशन, इन म्यूटेशन थ्योरी व्हाट ही सेड, हु सेड कि म्यूटेशन के कारण ही इवोल्यूशन होता है, एंड दैट वाज रॉन्ग. दैट वाज कंप्लीटली डिस्कार्डेड. व्हाई? म्यूटेशन इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर इवोल्यूशन, बट म्यूटेशन इज नॉट द वन completely which is the result of, which is the reason for evolution. Mutation is required, but over here what is being said? Even though Mendel had talked of inedible factors, but what are the factors influencing phenotype? Darwin either ignored these observations or kept silence. So who came into play? The person named Hugo de Vries. Hugo de Vries. In the first decade of 20th century, Hugo de Vries, based on his work on evening primrose. What is the name of the plant? Evening primrose. Called Sanvinil. Enothera lamarckiana. Brought forth the idea of mutations. Large difference arising suddenly in a population. Due to what? Due to mutations. Large difference suddenly occurring in population. Due to Due to mutation. Wow, mutation is sudden and sudden. And you cannot count upon a sudden change, but he talked about this in Evening Primrose. He believed that it is a mutation which causes evolution, right or wrong? Do you think it's only the mutation which be the reason for evolution? No. But it can be one of the reasons, and not the minor variations that is heritable that Darwin talked about. And who discarded? Mutations are random and directionless. Mutations are random and
Directionless.
so it is not going to give any directions. Suddenly, Adito is having due to mutation and the head. 2 brains. It's good for him to crack NEET. By one head he is going to solve biology, and with the other head he is going to solve physics. Good. Only to crack NEET, okay? And he cracked NEET. He cracked the postgraduate examination.
But nobody will go to
But he is not going to get married. Why? Because nature is not going to select him. This change is not being selected. Got the point? So ये जो change है वो जाएगा next generation में? No. So mutations are random and directionless. ये हो गया. 2 head हो गया. Directionless. NEET 2019, mind you. While Darwinian variations are small and directional. Why? Because the changes were small and with direction. What was the direction? To suit with the environment? और बनने के लिए changes? बनने के लिए changes? या environment से suit करने के लिए? Very good. In order to thrive, the changes which occurs. आज वो आप ये mosquito coil जलाने के बाद वो जो mosquito आपको अभी भी इस mosquito coil के environment में रहता है, वो suit कर रहा है with the environment? वो fight कर रहा है ना with the present environment that you have created by that coil? Are you getting me? तो वो उसके लिए क्या था? Small and heritable. Small and heritable. Evolution for Darwin, and we are going to complete this. Evolution for Darwin was gradual, while De Vries, देखो, evolution by Darwin was slow and progressive and gradual, but by De Vries, mutation theory, it is a sudden change in the environment, sudden change in the physical attributes. And that single large mutation is called saltation. It's called saltation. It's called saltation. Very, very important. While De Vries believed mutation caused speciation, mutation से क्या बनेगा? New species बनेगा, and hence it is called as saltation. Single step large mutation. Single step large mutation. Clear? Speciation, formation of new species is called speciation. Just now we have talked about Biston carbonaria. It's a new species being formed called speciation. समझ में आया क्या? Biston carbonaria, dark colored जो moth बना था, वो भी speciation का example है. Any issues with this? Come on. Clear? 2000. Studies in population genetics later brought out some clarity. Okay, I think this is the last one. Hardy-Weinberg, we have talked about this. Hardy-Weinberg, we have talked about. But still, we are going to talk about that in the next class. Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, where we are going to talk about founder effect, bottleneck effect, Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. We are going to solve some of the questions which can come in your NEET examination, also in your board examinations. Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, we are going to talk about that. And we are left up with what? We are left up with, we are going to talk about gene migration, gene flow, genetic drift and all. Okay? Just wait. Okay, genetic drift, gene migration or gene flow, genetic drift, we are going to talk about that. Mutation, genetic recombination, natural selection, we are going to talk about that in the very next class. And also, just have a look if you got any idea. थोड़ा देख के आना कि इसमें से कुछ आइडिया मिलता है कि नहीं. These are 3 figures which are most important: directional, stabilizing, disruptive changes, and very, very important. Next day we are going to talk about that. Clear?
Yes.
Any doubt, Babu? Sure. All the very best. देखा अच्छे तरह next दिन? हाँ? Next दिन यहाँ से start करेंगे. चलो. बड़ी अच्छी. Yeah. Thank you.